Everyone carries a high-definition camera in their pocket. Yet, despite billions of lenses recording our daily lives, we still lack definitive, clear video evidence of anomalous entities, or UFOs. Skeptics point to this as proof that these phenomena rarely, if ever, occur. But there is a counter-theory. These encounters actively disable our tools of observation. This diagram shows how this hypothetical mechanism works. Instead of simply appearing in front of an observer, an anomaly generates a localized field that expands outward. As it covers an area, it neutralizes cellular signals, drains batteries, and hijacks the surrounding sensory environment. We are going to examine 3 first-hand accounts as data points. These function as isolated case studies, illustrating exactly how this breakdown of reality operates in real time. Capturing hard evidence requires trying to operate a camera while surviving a targeted sensory hijack. The first case study takes place at a massive, isolated rural estate. A couple staying alone is awakened by a blaring noise, similar to a deep boat horn. The sound carries enough physical force to vibrate the ground and shake the glasses in their china cabinet. Spotting strange, swaying silhouettes outside the window, their immediate instinct is to call the police. Both of their smartphones show zero service. Even though the house has a strong Wi-Fi connection, the digital safety net is entirely severed, building tension. After an intense standoff and another blast of the horn, the climax of the encounter hits. Without warning, 2 separate, dead-bolted exterior doors violently blow open into the house at the exact same time. When cell service returns and the police arrive, they examine the scene and find a jarring contradiction. The backyard is extremely muddy from recent weather, yet there is absolutely no trace of muddy footprints approaching or leaving those 4 doors. This leaves us with a stark contradiction, a force capable of blowing open dead-bolted doors, yet seemingly unable or unwilling to leave a single footprint in the mud. Our second case involves a man staying alone at an off-season cabin on a massive lake in the dead of winter. Stepping outside, he observes dozens of erratic, glowing orbs dancing rapidly across the distant horizon. His immediate reaction is to rationalize the display, assuming he is watching a coordinated swarm of advanced drones flying over the water. He pulls out his phone to record the event, but the attempt is entirely useless. The deep darkness over the lake, the vast distance to the horizon, and the rapid, erratic speeds of the lights completely overwhelm the small digital sensor in his camera. This diagram illustrates a transition from chaotic light to deliberate organization. The orbs move along straight paths to form a single, concentrated point. On the final night, the structure approaches the shore before it fractures, exploding in all directions. When the homeowner inspects his property, there is no physical damage, no scorch marks, no impact craters. The event concludes with a visual bombardment that mimics a physical impact, but leaves no residue, suggesting these objects occupy space without leaving a measurable signature on the world they just engaged with. The third case study takes us to a vast, pitch-black forest campground. A camper walking late at night hears a bizarre, continuous, pulsating sound and begins walking off the trail to locate the source. As he gets closer, he walks straight into a phenomenon known in ufology as the Oz factor. Instantly, all natural ambient noise in the forest is muted. The wind through the trees, the crickets, the rustling wildlife, the entire acoustic environment goes dead silent. Inside this acoustic vacuum, he turns to find a towering silhouette standing roughly 10 feet away. It is over 7 feet tall, clearly standing on 2 legs, hunched over and completely motionless in the dark. The camper takes a single step forward, and the entity flinches into a predatory stance. After a tense standoff, it emits a bizarre vocalization and skitters away rapidly into the deep woods. The moment it vanishes, penetrable sounds of the wind and the insects immediately return. This timeline chart illustrates a second form of distortion. The camper returns to his RV, believing the standoff lasted only a few minutes. His wife, however, confirms that several hours of objective time have completely vanished from his experience. These encounters suggest that the phenomenon doesn't just manipulate physical matter, it can fracture the observer's sense of time, removing hours of data from their memory. We have 3 isolated encounters. Deep bass acoustic force that shatters locks while leaving no footprints. intense, targeted light structures operating without mass, and a physical confrontation that removes hours of time without duration. These events remain unexplainable because they dismantle the exact empirical tools we rely on to define reality itself. You cannot record what disables your camera, and you cannot analyze what erases your own timeline. The true terror in these accounts lies in the realization that our most trusted safety nets, our smart devices, our understanding of physics, and our own memory, can be effortlessly switched off. The next time you find yourself far off the grid and your phone inexplicably drops to 0 bars, consider your surroundings. You might be standing inside the perimeter of a reality breakdown.